Hello guys, today we're gonna talk about echoes, and what we're gonna talk about is how you upgrade them in an efficient way, so how you can get better stats in a more efficient way without wasting a lot of resources, what you should aim for. We're gonna go through the data bank a bit, how that deals with drop rates and the quality you can get. We're also going to go through how you can find them. We're also going to go through echo management, because that's a huge part and it's really important. But first, what is echoes? Echoes is what we get when we kill discords. And as you can see here we have a normal echo, and here we have a different one that has a bit of a glow to it. If I kill this one, I'm guaranteed to get an echo, but if I kill this one, I'm not guaranteed to get one. So that's just one of the first very basic things. And now you can see I got an echo here, and in the beginning when you start out, you're gonna get lower quality of echoes because your data bank won't be high enough level. So as you can see here, when I go down to lower levels of data bank, the highest drop I can get here on level 4 is 2 stars, and then we start to get some 3 stars, and then we get some 4 stars. And at databank level 15, we finally start getting that opportunity to get 5 stars. So you want to get up to databank 15 as soon as possible. And you get up to databank by collecting different echoes and leveling them up. And you level them up by just collecting them. So the more different echoes you go for, the higher databank will get, the more XP you will get as well. So in the beginning, just go kill everything and anything. That's just a really great way to get databank stuff. And we then have the Sonata gallery. And depending on what resonators you have, you want to go for different echo sets. And it's really easy to find this stuff. Let's say I want to go Molten Rift, for example. I can just go in here, I can just detect, and it will show me where that echo is. If I go kill that echo, it will show a new location for that echo until there is basically none left on the map. And with that being said, an easy way without having to use a third-party service to know what you need for our resonator is actually to go into the menu, go to Guide Depot. So the example I will use is Sanua, and here you can see they're recommending Moonlit Clouds, but I believe also if we scroll down, they give us alternatives. So here we have Freezing Frost. So you basically have to decide, is Sanua support? And if she's a support, you go for Moonlit. If you want her to build more for damage, use Freezing Point. But most people use her as a support in lots of different ways. So I would have to go and collect Moonlit. So very easily, I can just go over here, go in here, go to Moonlit, and in here, I can track any of these echoes, and all of them would have the chance to be the Sonata effect of Moonlit. And I can even track stuff that I haven't found yet. So I could go here and kill that one. So there we have like a lot of the basic stuff when it comes to echoes. Let's just go in here as well. So here I'm just gonna grab an example. When you're upgrading echoes, please wait until they are 5 stars. I know there's some guidebook stuff where you need to upgrade them a bit earlier to unlock stuff in the guidebook, and that's fine. But later on, what you really want to do is focus on 5 stars, unless it's in the guidebook and you need that to do some progress. How you want to set it up is you go in here, you put the level cap, you enable sync tuning, and then you can do only echo XP. And that way, it will only use these tubes here and not the echoes here, because it's easier to make a mistake that way. And you can also put them to unlimited, because if you don't put them to unlimited, they won't use the premium seal tubes. So what you then just need to do is click here, add by step, and now it will upgrade to +5, and it also tunes, so you don't need to go into this menu and tune by yourself like you used to. And what I usually do is, if I don't get crit or crit damage here, I skip that echo and just discard it like that, and just go to the next one. We got some resonance skill there, we got some energy regen. Yeah, that's not the greatest. We still want that crit rate or crit damage early on, because that's usually the main stats you want. Here I actually got 2 other stats that's really good for the Resonator I'm upgrading right now. So then I can risk it. And there I actually got crit rate as well. So then I go to plus 20. And usually if I haven't gotten crit rate and crit damage here, I stop, because the amount of resources you need to upgrade from plus 20 to 25 is actually huge. So if you don't get a double crit in the first 20, you shouldn't upgrade. And usually, if you don't get crit damage or crit rate in the first 2 as well, you should just go to the next one. Sometimes when you get stats that the Resonator still needs, you can continue and risk it. I think it's worth it sometimes. But look here, now I wasted a lot of resources and I got HP. Not the greatest. The echo is still decent when you're starting out, but later on you want better echoes than that. And before I forget, when you have put echoes up for discardment, you can actually go in here. You press the bin down here and you go to the left here. You put discarded, confirm, and here you see the discarded echoes. You can then press select all and then you can take remove. And when you remove them, you will see what resources you will get back. This is a way more efficient way than using the echoes straight away in your upgrading, because sometimes you overlevel them because you want to get them to those easy 5 level caps, because that's when you can tune them anyways. So getting an echo to plus 7, for example, is really bad if you're not gonna get them to plus 10. With that being said, we're now gonna jump into the new echo locking system. If you haven't done any of these before, or you haven't set them up at all, press suggestion down here, confirm. What you then need to do is actually go into the first one here. You can edit it, and you can add both moonlit clouds and tide breaking, because they need these stats as well, and for some reason they are not locked in from the beginning. And there is actually a few of these where you actually want to go in and swap in and put in different stuff as well, because it's not that optimized. And in all of these, I really recommend that you jump in and put in attack as well. And some of them I even recommend throwing in another stats that you don't need, so you can use modifiers to modify the main stat of the echo. I will go in and show you that after this, but you also need to go down to 10 here and make sure that you have added all of these as well, because once again, when you do the suggestion in the beginning, they don't add all of these, so you need to make sure you have all of them in here, because most of them still need attack as well, so I don't know why they are not in there. And here, I don't think you needed to modify anything. I put in a special one for Dream of the Lost, because I missed out in the beginning on putting them in here, but I did that later on. But one set I think everyone should do is Moonlit. And now we need to go in and edit this. And why you need Moonlit is because a lot of support characters or resonators are using this. So what you actually want to do is lock energy regen, all different elements, and you want to lock attack percentage, and you can even lock crit rate and crit damage. That way you know for sure that when you get Moonlit stuff, it will be locking all of them. Because Moonlit can be really, really important. You use them on so many resonators. Oh yeah, and the last thing, as I mentioned when I was going through echo locking, is modifiers. And the reason you want to lock echoes with stats you don't want, for example, if I wanted this Hesitate, but the Hesitate has the wrong stat, because then I can just put it in here, I can click here, I can pick whatever stats I want, I can press confirm, and then I can press modify, for example, and we now get an Hesitate with crit damage. So that's why you should lock some of the echoes you actually don't want, so you have this opportunity to modify them and make them an echo that you do want. A really good way to make it easier to farm echoes. And You also want to use those modifiers on echoes that is hardest to get, and that's usually the 3 cost. An example I use very often with this is actually Eternal Radiance, that is for Phoebe. There is a lot of echoes here that is a bit more rare. For example, the Capitineus is actually the main echo for Phoebe, and it can be a bit hard to farm Capitineus, so a lot of people use modifiers when farming him. It makes it a bit easier, and you can save a lot of time that way. And lastly, something I forgot to mention in the beginning, you also have some food that you can use, that when you're running around and later on in the game when you have a data bank level 21, you can use this food to boost the echo drop rate in the world. So this is really good. You have the sweet and sour pork and the lemon braised pork. When you use these, just go crazy, farm as many echoes as you can, and it's gonna help you save time because they increase the echo drop rate. But that's about it. But as always, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.